I don't know if you guys realize it or not, but America is slowly beginning to shut down again. COVID is still a genuine culprit, and this time it is the Omicron variant. So we don't normally talk about things like this on this channel, but we do talk about all things politics and current events, and this is turning out to be a massive one. So today we're going to talk about it. Once again, it's your boy Tim, the handsome liberal. And today we're talking about the shutting down of America. I know a lot of my right-wing followers do not like hearing this shit, do not endorse it, do not even believe it has any sort of benefit or potential to even do this in the first place. But let's just be real. It's happening. It's happening. In fact, it's happening worldwide. It started out with the Omicron variant being discovered down in the southern tip of Africa, and we already shut down travel between America and South Africa and some of the other countries down there. Well, a lot of people in America, that didn't raise any eyebrows. Nobody really cared. But also, did you know that Israel, nation of Israel, has banned travel from the United States and Canada over Omicron. So they are a strong ally. So yeah, Israel is no longer accepting American travelers right now with the temporary ban. But in addition to nationwide, you got Chicago, Los Angeles. They're starting to shut down bars, cancel reservations on restaurants. High-end establishments are no longer allowing folks to come in. Mask mandates are back, folks. New York City has now suspended visitation at hospitals. This is happening, folks. This is genuinely happening again. So, you know, we got a liberal administration in here, so we're certainly going to trust the science. But I understand, like I said, a lot of you right-wingers have your own beliefs. And, of course, stuff like this comes to mind.
No, it'll go away. Like things go away. Absolutely. It's no question in my mind. It will go away. Please go ahead. Hopefully sooner rather than later.
And of course, as a liberal, we think that's garbage. But at the same time, I understand your right-wingers, you guys tend to believe herd immunity, organic, taking organic vitamins and things like that to boost your immune system and all of that. But like I said, once again, this is a liberal administration that's currently in power. We tend to trust the science. And I hate to say it, but guess who's back?
We can get it stopped is to get a lot more people vaccinated. It's very unfortunate that we still have about 50 million people in this country who are eligible to be vaccinated who have not get vaccinated. It will stop when we get the overwhelming majority of people vaccinated and boosted.
So with Dr. Fauci is pretty much admitting that this is going to be an ongoing thing. But once again, he's suggesting that you get your 2 shots, Pfizer or Moderna. They're kind of frowning on Johnson & Johnson. So right now it's Pfizer, Moderna. Get your 2 shots and get boosted. Now, clearly he's recommending something that a large portion of America is just not going to do. There's no validity, no credibility with Dr. Fauci for a lot of you guys out there, particularly right-wingers, certainly Trump followers. So when he says that 50 million Americans are eligible to be vaccinated and they just aren't going to do it or they're not vaccinated, there's not a lot of people rushing to get vaccinated now. Most of the ones who are not vaccinated by choice, and they're not going to get vaccinated. Now, I do understand the booster, there are people rushing to get the booster shot. But as far as getting the first 2 shots of Moderna and the first 2 shots of Pfizer, well, if you're an adult, you're 16 years of age or older, I think even at this point, maybe 12, you can get this, and there's not a lot of delay or prevention from this happening. But once again, it's going to be virtually impossible to get any of this under control when you got right-wingers, particularly, I'll give you an example. Here's Governor DeSantis of Florida.
End of the day in Florida, Floridians know we will not let anybody lock them down. We will not let anyone take their jobs. We will not let anyone ruin their businesses, and we will not let anyone close their schools. So people are going to be able to live life. They're going to be able to make their own decisions.
So you got a kind of a tug of war here. You're trying to maintain the economy, At the same time, you're trying to control, the virus and the numbers from rising. Now, obviously, with what DeSantis just said, he's focusing primarily on the economy. As far as the COVID numbers, you hear him in the statement where he just said it's up to you to make your own decision. Well, if there's 50 million Americans that have not been vaccinated, it's pretty clear where the decision making is going. These folks are making a decision to not get vaccinated. And as a result, you're going to have this essentially just an ongoing issue with new variants popping up, mutations, et cetera, et cetera. So I just want to drop this video, run this video by you guys real quick, because America is closing. Even right now, as we speak, several colleges, universities are going back to online learning. DePaul, Harvard, Stanford, Penn State, University of California, University of Washington. They're all doing remote learning again, folks. So they're closing schools. I mentioned, hospitals and restaurants. Mask mandates are popping back up. Currently, the NBA and the NFL are suspending games. Some of these games are being canceled because there's players catching COVID and its variants. And hell, with the NHL, the National Hockey League, they've completely suspended their entire season for a few weeks, if I'm correct, over the holidays. So, yeah, we're shutting back down again, folks. I just wanted to run this by you, let you guys know, for those who weren't in the know. What do you think? Do you think we should just let this go towards herd immunity? Or are you like the liberal in me, which I look at it this way? We can only handle so much death and sickness due to this variant, this virus or whatever. So you have to do something. You can't just let it just go out of control until it finally dies down, as Trump is stating that this will eventually one day go away. I think that's kind of insane. It has aged poorly because he said this a couple years ago, and as you can see, it's not just going away. It's mutating and coming up with new different forms and variants, so it's not going to go away. But I'd like to hear your comments, and we can hash it out there. I just think this is, if you're not vaccinated, it's just a matter of time. Hopefully you will be able to bounce this out of your system and handle it okay. But yeah, if you're not vaccinated, you're going to catch it. It's just a matter of if you're, among the 0.1% or whatever it is that has a negative reaction. If you're in the 95, 99% of the individuals that catch COVID and beat it, that's fine. Hopefully you have no permanent, lifelong issues such as loss of smell, taste, lung issues, and all of that other shit. But for the most part, yeah, I don't think doing nothing is the answer. It's your boy Tim, the handsome liberal. Once again, as always, show your boy some love at the end of the video, which we're concluding right now. Feel free to give me that thumbs up. Not disagree with what I'm saying. No problem with you hitting the thumbs down. Let me know in the comments section what you got a problem with. And as usual, subscribe to the channel. Talk to you later.